Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Have you had a food hangover recently? Can you recall below what it feels like? Sometimes we overeat. Sometimes we eat too much. Sometimes we do industrial strength binge eating, no control. Do any of you feel like you are a bite away from losing all that you have gained, for lack of a better word, pun intended, for all that you have gained, all the work you have done, all the investment you've made in your pantry, in your fridge, in your tracker, in your gut, and still feel a bite away from losing all that you've worked so hard for? Sometimes things creep back on, and sometimes things come on with a vengeance. We've seen it all before. We've read it all before. The people that lose the weight, even the ones that have their own websites, myself included, I've put on a couple. It fluctuates. So now I have more of a range, but that's okay. But do you feel you are a bite away from losing everything, all that you've worked for? Not unlike an addict or an alcoholic. One sip away, one drink away, one pill away from losing it all again. That's what keeps me vigilant. That's what keeps me tracking every day, talking to you every day, even sometimes writing about it. Usually I write about my emotions, but sometimes I write about food. Excuse me, I slurped. Sometimes things, weigh on me, play on me. But I think I've found a pretty good recipe for the week of success. I have my little fat bombs, which are really, except for a few white chocolate morsels, I eat a sugar-free food plan. That is it. And so for me, it's funny, I was talking to somebody about Fage yogurt, or however you pronounce it, Fage, and how your taste changes. So it's funny, so she's like not going to be in this choir necessarily. She might join Weight Watchers, which would be nice. But so I was saying to her, think of giving up sugar like you drank coffee with sweetener in it and also a creamer of some sort in it, and then you went to black. And she said, I already drink black. And it's like, I need another example. But that's what it's like, and you just develop a taste. You lose your taste for that sweet, and something that is not sweet rises up to satisfy as a semblance of what a dessert is. At least that's how it is for me. So when I have my fat bomb, which has 2 tablespoons of Fage plain Greek yogurt, full fat, and the white chocolate morsels, white chocolate, and coconut butter, and almond butter, usually, with a little piece of bulletproof chocolate in it, that is my fat bomb. And there are no sugar grams in the bulletproof chocolate. It is sweetened with xyla. So that little prescription 3 times a week keeps me safe. And I have in my bulletproof coffee, I have butter and brain octane, so which is an oil from bulletproof coffee. And so those oils, that fat, keeps me until I have usually between 10 and 11 my meal of the day, my first meal of the day. And usually there's plenty of fats, healthy fats in that too. Sometimes it's eggs with cheese with butter, and other times it's a salad with oil in it. Today I'm having a salad with oil in it and some feta cheese. That'll be healthy fats. And then I'm also having some homemade turkey soup, and that will have the healthy fat of the turkey fat in it. And so those things keep me full. Fat keeps me satiated through dinner. And Dr. Berg, the man that I just so think is so right on, if you went to him and you were obese, He would spend 90 days not even worried about the weight. He would spend 90 days teaching you how to eat healthy, because an unhealthy body can't lose weight in a healthy way if you're eating crap. So he has you eat healthy foods for 90 days, your weight doesn't change, and then he begins to do what he does, so you can begin to lose the weight with the healthy foods that you've just spent 90 days getting used to. And I love that, because regardless of what you think, no matter what crazy thing you're doing to lose weight quickly, you're going to eventually wonder, think, have to, whatever, eat a healthy diet. Whether a doctor tells you, a lab tells you, ending up in the hospital tells you, you're going to have to begin to think of healthier choices from what you've been eating, even if it took the weight off in your hot spanking body on the beach and everything else. You can't get to be older and not have health issues. I'm sorry. And if you don't have health issues, then you're a rarity. But most of us would begin to develop definite organ difficulties at a young age with crazy food plans that keep somebody skinny, or with pills and potions and things like that. So if you are an overeater or an eat too mucher or industrial strength binge eater, the next day you probably have a hangover. And that is what I want to hear about. That food hangover that is interlaced with an emotional hangover. The remorse, the disgust, the self-loathing, the how could I, it wasn't even worth it, it didn't taste as good as ... So anyway, there's that. And then I have another question for you. On another woman's website, she was touting Wendy's Mediterranean salad. And I went onto the Wendy's website and I looked up, they have a slew of beautiful salads. And I was just wondering if anybody that eats pretty much all natural and untainted foods has had their salads from there. It looked pretty decent. The Mediterranean one, the full size, had something like 40 grams of protein, which is a lot, but yeah. And red quinoa, feta cheese, I think some beans, green lettuces, not iceberg, and grilled chicken. It looked pretty good. And what came with it was Mazzetti's Simply Dressed. You can see it in the produce section, in the refrigerated section. She didn't have that. She didn't have anything on it, I guess. But she thought it was delicious. And I think undressed, it's 440. I didn't do the nutritional search yet. I ran out of time. But has anybody had those salads from Wendy's? It really looked like they're doing a bang-up job, and definitely up my food choice alley. I don't know what the carbs are in that. That would make a difference to me. But for a rare and appropriate treat, look kind of cool. Maybe I'll have one. Have any of you ever had one? So anyway, that's it for the day. You can hear my oven is calling me. I have something cooking in the oven and it's time to give it a stir. Thank you so much for watching. So more below on emotional or food hangovers. And have you had any of the Wendy's salads? And what is your review? Bye-bye for now.